Oh. What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing on this fabulous Tuesday evening in middle of October? And I hope we've all had a great week. Fence Fam, Facebook, YouTube. No longer doing Twitch. It was just kind of just pointless. But how was your week, babe?
It was good.
Yeah.
Been working on the house.
Been working on the house?
Yes, makes me happy.
Awesome. Yeah, so my week was good. Pretty good. Went well, did a lot of work and got some fence in the ground, got a couple small projects done per day. So that was always good. Always good. I guess I'm gonna leave you to
Introduce.
You don't want to go ahead and say it?
Yeah, or what am I saying?
Oh, I thought you were gonna say how you're actually like gonna be in the fence industry now.
Oh, no, you can do that.
Oh yeah, no. So part of her last week was closing old doors and opening new ones. So she's got the week off, and she's gonna come into the fence industry, hopefully, maybe, and not just that. But she's also gonna be doing a lot more on the podcast. So like we were have been talking about, really pushing this, highlighting the women of FWA once a week. So
absolutely, I'm very excited about that.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, I'm gonna get into my thing that I like to do every week, which is my win and my loss for the week. So, my win is picking up my new sponsor, and that would be GURY. Guys, can't wait to work with you guys. I see you've already commented. We'll get into those in just a minute. Loss, kind of silly because there were quite a few losses, but some of them I was just kind of like shrugging off. But like the biggest one that like really got me was I didn't get to wash my truck this weekend.
That's not what I expected.
No. But like since I've been using that like Ceramic Plus car wash, that like super expensive one, it like builds up and it builds up and it builds up. So
I remember now.
All of my tire shine got like thrown off. It got into some water and like thrown off, and it's all down the side of the truck. And I was like, man, that thing is dirty.
And you only have one more wash till it's
on there
sealed,
for
per se.
on there for like 3 to 6 months
Yeah.
is what it says. But yeah, I
Oh,
missed
so
it.
you did miss that.
Yeah. So that's a loss in my book. So there's that. Can I get one from you, or do you have one?
A loss.
No, a win and a loss.
A win and a loss. My win is going to be that I get to clean my house, and I know that sounds crazy, but I worked for a long time, and I just needed a little time to get in there and clean deep.
Yeah.
So I'm actually super excited about it.
Yeah.
My loss, I don't really want to call a loss. I left one profession to pursue another, so I don't really consider that a loss.
There we go. Well, that's awesome. I'm super proud of you. So I can't wait to see where it goes. It's gonna be fun. We were originally just gonna have like Amanda just have Bailey on her segment tonight, but my main plan fell through last night, and also why we didn't go ahead and just move the studio, because I had a really cool surprise. But my main plan fell through, and once again, my main man Colby saved me, and he was like, "Heck yeah, man, I'll come back on." I was like, "All right, cool, cannot wait." So without further ado, here is Bailey and Colby Beirman. And if you guys don't know by now, it is Corridor Residential Fencing out of Cedar Rapids, Iowa.
Hi, guys.
What's going on, brother?
What's going on, man? How are you doing?
Good.
Good.
Some
Good.
fencing today.
Yeah, it thundered and rained for the first like hour this morning. The one day that I have my ducks in a row and I'm ready to go and start pounding post at like 6:45 in the morning, and it was. I'm not scared of a little rain, but it was like a crazy ass lightning storm. So I was like, yeah, I don't want to pound.
Yeah.
I don't want to pound chain link posts in a lightning storm necessarily.
Mhm. I don't want to pound any posts except for
Yeah.
ag fence posts when it's lightning. Okay, even that you still have a giant boom sticking up that's metal and you're
Yeah.
attached to it. I'm sure it's grounded, but
Yeah.
whenever it comes to driving posts, I don't care if it's just sprinkling, man. If it lightning like strikes within like 5 miles of me, we're done. We're done. We're done. I'm not doing that. So but how was your overall week though?
Not too bad. I went and did a bunch of estimates yesterday and this weekend and the end of last week. A couple of them sounds like they're gonna move forward, and so that's good. I've been talking with contractors, not in our necessary area, but like an hour or so away from us, about helping them out with some work when we're slower. So just kind of filling in the voids and doing what we got to do.
Nice. And that brings us to the
Like
topic of the show.
Like your wifey said, just having a little time to do stuff around the house isn't a bad thing either.
Man, it really isn't, bro. And I'm gonna tell you what, like, man, like if you like really know me, then like you know my schedule is pretty much sun up to sundown for the most part, except for in the heat of the summer because I'm not working until 9 o'clock at night, right?
No.
Even though the sun is literally just setting at 9 and like in the summertime here. But like so I get home late. She used to get off at 5. We got 2 kids, still got to cook dinner. So, a lot of the house chores got put on
3 dogs.
3 dogs. 3 dogs. We just showed you our dogs backstage
We
before we
did.
came on screen. Yeah, no. So, I mean, it's a.
Sounds crazy, but I'm so excited to scrub baseboards.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I am. It's so satisfying to watch them get clean.
Oh, man.
We were stuck down our tomato forest that had developed over the summer.
Dude, I saw how much you've been canning, bro. You got enough for like a couple years stocked up, man.
We harvested over 100 pounds of these little yellow cherry tomatoes, and like as we were harvesting them, there were so many that were still green that if it would have stayed warmer for a little longer, it would have been good. And I was just like, it was almost to the point like we just got to give up. We can't get them all.
Yeah.
I was so excited when I saw the tomatoes, but I am a spicy eater. I saw the peppers too. I am so jealous. I don't live closer. I would take all of that off your hands.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man, we could just grow our own. We don't have to do it.
Got some death juice.
Yeah.
They have the weather for it. We don't.
I mean, for like tomatoes, yeah, but we can grow some damn good peppers down here. It's awesome because they love the heat. But all right, well, we're going to get into some comments before we get into some actual show talking points, guys. And real quick, I forgot to do it because I was so excited to get Bailey on and like Colby on. But guys, thank you to our sponsors. Of course, we have like Mr. Fence Academy Studios, which, guys, again, we will be in next week. But that is www.mrfenceacademy.com. We have National Metal Industries, that is Mr. Mike Levy, and I know he's watching. And then our newest sponsor, we have GURY, that is www.jcgury.com. And thank you so much, guys. This would not be possible without you. So with that said, we're going to dive into some comments. And like I just said, here is JC GURY in the house. Say hey, you two. Hey, guys. Hey, Mark. Hey, Mary.
They're the best.
Hope you guys are doing good.
They are. All right, Evan Gardner, he says, doing great, finished a little 675-foot postmaster job and just picked all the materials for the next 2 no-dig jobs to finish this week. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Guys, have you been watching his videos on like his new wing jack tool?
He's like, Sean, dude, you got to keep
cool.
up. He's like, before, as soon as you figure out the next new thing that's that came out, he's got another crazy little tool. But yeah, we're excited for the wingman to come out. She's been
Yeah, I've been
in my
wanting
ear
one.
about it because we do all postmasters too. So
Nice. And did you get to see that tool in action at Demo Days, baby?
She might have been there later.
I was gonna say I don't think so.
Yeah,
No.
it's
Well,
cool.
his little tool to get the post out of the ground without damaging them is pretty slick.
Oh no, I definitely didn't see that. I
So
would have loved that when I had one in my yard.
you remember when I put that I-beam in the yard?
That's what I just said.
And I could not get it out. I was like, oh, I'll bring a farm jack home tomorrow. Man, I had that thing right out. Man, that thing sat there for 7 months.
Can I explain that a little
It
bit?
was twisted. It was bent over. Like I tried pulling it so many freaking times. And then one time I just brought the Bobcat home and I just pulled it out of the ground because I got tired. That's how strong it was. All right. His little tool pulls these I-beams straight out of the ground with no damage. Go ahead.
I just want to elaborate on why it was there.
Yeah.
You ready? Why? There is no reason. No reason why.
little test.
My husband just got really excited about pounding things
Yep.
and was like, babe.
I need to see how
Don't
this
do
new
this with
pounder
me.
works.
He wanted me to do it so I could see how it worked.
Aw.
And I'm like,
adorable.
but why do we need this in the middle of our front yard? And he's like, don't worry about it. It'll come right out.
Oh my goodness. Yeah,
No,
famous
did not
last
come.
words.
7 months later, I was like, can you please take this random rod out of my yard?
Hey,
But I
man,
did get to do it.
But that just proves two facts that the that the wing jack is it the wing jack? It's the
The
wing jack is the one that helps you build.
The wingman.
The wingman. Okay, so the wing jack is the one that gets the post out of the ground.
Yep.
That is goes to prove
Could've used
that thing is badass. And number two, I-beams are badass for like aluminum fence. Like I know you guys do steel up there, but I-beams are the way to go for us down here.
Oh, yeah.
But moving on, I didn't mean to go down a rabbit hole with that, but I do love Mr. Evan, and his tools are awesome as well.
Wait.
All right, we got
Michaela.
Miss Michaela Patterson. She says, "Yay, so excited!" That was
Oh,
at
I
the
didn't
beginning of
see
the
it,
show.
sorry.
No.
JC GURY again says, "We are looking forward to working with you. Right back at you. Cannot wait."
Oh, really cool couples on here tonight. Bailey and Colby are both some fence ninjas. Yes, they are, Miss Badass Bailey and Colby.
Absolutely. Go ahead, babe.
Oh, look at these power couples. That's so funny. We almost named the episode that.
We did.
We talked about it last night,
I was
naming
going-
it power couples.
Like
But I
back
had-
and forth, and I had just got done with my what I thought was going to be my show notes, and I got the text, and I was like, "Colby, can you save me?" Well, no, actually, you actually texted Bailey, and
Yes, I
Actually
had
saved
already
us.
decided I wanted Bailey. I actually didn't know you were going to do your lovely Women of FWA interview beforehand. So I did want to kind of condense all the questions here since I didn't want you to double up. But he was like, we should name it Power Couples. I was like, well, technically, I can't. Because one, Bailey hasn't shown me how to build a fence yet. And two, I'm not technically working in the industry.
Hey,
Oh, you are.
you pounded your first post. That's the gateway drug right there.
There you go.
There we go. All
I
right. And Evan says, and that new trailer wrap looks badass. But
Hell
bro,
yeah.
by the way, it does. And
My favorite color.
you sent me a picture of the inside of it. Ooh, boy. You getting
It's
there.
It's not to your level. Your
Yeah.
level of organization is like God tier.
Well, I mean, to be quite fair, I did inherit that from Sean, and all I really did was put labels on everything and clean it out and put everything up how it was. All of those like battery things and tool things, those were already all up. It was just bare empty, and I just put it in there. But I do keep it that way, though. I absolutely do keep it that way. It drives me crazy whenever it's like messy. I'll get done like using it for like a training, and I'm like, it's 6:30. I was like, I really don't want to clean this out, but I don't want to have to do it next week, so I'm gonna do it right now.
He does it while we travel.
Yeah.
At the gas stations, he'll stop and be like, "Hold on, we lost
We lost
screw guns.
It's
we lost
normally
a tape measure."
It's normally no, like it's normally the small rivet gun and the damn impact drill that fall off the holders, and it's like normally those two, and they've bounced around somewhere. It's pretty bad that I have it down to a science, but I've driven that trailer like now, I think 3,000 miles. So I can pretty much tell you, like, if you go about 50 miles, something's falling off. Something has fallen off.
We'd hit a bump and you'd be like, there was something.
Evan says, I don't even take smoke breaks anymore. You are damn right, man. I am 8 weeks into no smoking. So boom, there's that, guys. If I can do it, you can do it. I promise you that one.
Love it.
Evan says there is another one coming. I'm assuming that's a tool. Can't wait for it, buddy. More freaking power to you. Keep doing your thing in that level, man. Like, seriously. Eye adapter plates go on the wing jack. Okay. All right. Heck yeah, man. Well, I saw that, and you got it out with no damage. National Metal Industries says, I'm assuming that says, Oi, what is going on, buddy? How are you doing? All right, guys. Well, like our topic says, we are dealing with the winter blues, and for all of my Southerners watching who have never been up north, that is a real thing. But at the end of the day, it's also a real thing in business, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Even here in Florida, we have winter too, even if it's not freezing.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So with that being said, guys, what is one thing that y'all are really pushing right now? Because I know, like, we're talking real life at this point.
Yep. We're gonna start. I've got some door hangers in production, like 500 or 600 door hangers that are getting printed. I just ran through the last of the stash I had. We hang those at every job we go to. I do the neighbors surrounding whatever house we're doing, and do something across the street. But we're gonna go out. There's a lot of new development where we're at. Cedar Rapids in Iowa, other than like a capital city, is one of the most like rapidly developing areas. So there's a lot of new neighborhoods that have new houses that don't have fences that we're going to go flyer bomb or whatever you want to call it with door hangers.
Nice. Nice.
We've got snow removal stuff already in the works, even though hopefully that's not something we have to worry about for a few months. You know, the longer that gets pushed out to the year, I am more than happy with, but that's kind of good that people are already thinking about that for this year.
Yeah. Yeah. Is travel work in some of your plans, or some of the, you know, keeping busy whenever it's cold where you live, like type thing? Like, is that kind of something that you guys deal with up there?
Our service area, we've built fences as far as an hour and a half north and south of us in different rural areas and different spots. So we've been in out of town in Ames a lot of this year working on a DOT fence. So I'm already kind of used to being on the road and being away from home and out of town and working and stuff. So we're set up for me to hop in, hook up my tool trailer, and I can come build any style of fence you want me to come build, you know? So
heck yeah.
Then we've been doing, I'm going to start working with another contractor. He's not necessarily local, but it's like an hour and 15 minutes away from us. It's close enough to home that it's not a crazy travel time. It's kind of just partnering with people that see what we're about, our quality of work, that, you know, they have more stuff than they know what to do with. We're unfortunately one of those markets that there's a lot of chucks and trucks and there's a lot of people building fence, but I would say only probably 5 or 6 companies should be building the fences, you know. So
right.
Me, you want to jump in?
Yeah. You want to take the next one?
I do. I actually want to talk to Bailey a little. I know you just, again, had your podcast with women at FWA, and there were a few things that were going on with breast cancer awareness, so forth. Did you want to tell us a little about that?
Yeah, we're doing October, of course, is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. We're doing every Friday, post a picture of yourself in a pink shirt with the hashtag. Oh my gosh, now I'm blanking on the hashtag. I'm the worst in the whole world. It's all over our socials.
FWA.
I think it's
think
FW Pink Friday.
Pink Strong?
Yeah, something. I'm sorry. I did this at a time, and I totally forgot. But posting that, showing support every Friday, and then actually a couple weeks from now, we're doing a little week and a half from now, I think. I don't know what the date is, but we're doing a little Halloween social as well. So on October 30th, it's Wednesday at 6:30 Central Time. We're doing like a little virtual happy hour. We're gonna do a little costume contest. Nothing like super serious. We're just gonna get on, hang out, have some drinks. I think Tiffany has some Mad Lib games and everything like that to do. So little socials, get to know everybody. Like we try to do one of those like once a year, just hang out with everyone.
Dress up like a slutty witch, you know?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
One, I love that because Tiffany, I'm sure, is going to be really fun if Tiffany has like reins of that.
Mhm.
Two, I mean, I was thinking Elvira, but back off, Colby.
I'm gonna have to move the roadcaster over here for our next show because I just kept wanting to hit the doom button. I was like, it's way over there. I can't hit it right now. I was like, no, I can't even hit it. It's not even on the right page. Sorry. Keep going.
No, but that's for media events. That's all that the women are drumming up. But next year we are planning a women's only retreat. We are trying to go someplace that's big enough to host us on the leadership team, plus like 10 or 15 women, whoever's interested. And we're selling T-shirts and pullovers and stuff to raise money for that as well. But we want to know each other a little bit deeper, talk about who does every aspect of the.
You're breaking up really bad.
Oh shit.
I mean, it might just be us.
Ours is I don't know.
I don't even know either. All right, well, hey, we're gonna run a commercial real fast, and we'll see if that fixes it, and then we'll be right back. All right.
All right.
National Metal Industries, a family-owned business for 70-plus years, has grown to be recognized for their ability to deliver on not just privacy slats for fence, but all types of fence products. National Metal Industries has all the hardware and tools to get the fence professional in and out of their job with the most ease possible. You can count on National Metal Industries for the most convenient resources in fence products. Visit nmifence.com for more information. As we like to say, you can always pick it right at National.
All right. How about now?
You back?
Are you still glitchy?
Yeah.
Oh, see,
Yeah.
look, running the commercial always works, man. I'm telling
There
you.
we go.
All
I love
right,
it.
so Bailey, I did want to highlight you today. You were my pick for the highlight of the week. I wanted you to tell just a little bit about yourself, why you love the industry. I know it's been, what, 4 years?
4 years, yep.
4
4 years this year. Yeah,
And you prefer to be in the field and not the office, which I completely feel. So tell me about it.
Yes. It's definitely my happy place. I can kind of like, I don't know, when I'm installing and I'm just like going, you just kind of get into a zone and you don't really have to think much about your next step. You can just continue to keep going. And then once you're done, you've like created something physical, like you can look at it and be like, oh shit, I just built that. And that's pretty dope. But
So satisfying.
it is. It definitely is. I love it. It's my favorite.
I feel that.
Same. I freaking love it too.
I do. Kind of has to do with my cleaning as well. It's such a pain, but it's so satisfying.
Yes.
All right. Evan says postcards. Find a realtor that will share the list of new construction homes sold that week. Write the address on a postcard and mail to them, targeting homes that don't have a fence yet, and you're the first contact. Good idea, buddy. Good idea.
That is.
That's kind of the similar angle we're trying to hit with the the door hangers or whatever. But I was kind of reading that during the commercial break, and one thing we do in this time of year when it gets a little slow, all the wood fences we built, like the year, this year or whatever, we'll send one of these out to everyone we built the wood fence to, and on the back we'll write like a estimate on how much it's going to cost to get their wood fence stained. And we'll send it out to, it's anywhere from 100 to plus people that we send one of these out to every year. And unfortunately, people are stubborn and they'd rather let their wood deteriorate than stain it sometimes. But we've definitely gotten more jobs off of doing that as far as wood maintenance we would otherwise.
Hell yeah, man! I saw you guys do a deck not too long ago. So,
Was it yours?
Yeah,
Mhm.
we've
not just
done
theirs, but they did also a deck.
Oh, okay. Because it was really pretty.
we've done a few decks. We did ours recently though too. We're waiting for it to stop raining all damn year for us to finally be able to do ours.
Right.
You got to squeeze in your stuff whenever you're not doing everyone else's stuff, so it just gets pushed back and back and back. Just how it is.
Absolutely does.
I get
Absolutely
that.
does. It's like the old saying goes, like, the mechanic's car will probably have a whole lot of things wrong with it. The fencer's
Yeah.
fence will probably have a whole lot of things wrong with it.
Yep.
So on and so forth. Like it's just one of those things, so it just gets let's go. But so I want to get into running ads on Facebook and Google, and that's kind of a tricky thing if you're doing it by yourself. Are you guys doing any sponsored ads on Facebook?
I actually am going to. I've been sitting down thinking about what I want to put in it, what I want to do exactly, but I want to run a sponsored ad for go back through all the pictures of the wintertime installs we've done where there's like snow on the ground and shit, and do we specialize in installing fences even when it's cold out, because a lot of people in our area, the common theme is they pack up their ball and go home, and they just have their guys collect seasonal unemployment or whatever. But we've honestly had mild enough winters the last couple of years that other than a handful of weeks, it's been like 45, 50 degrees out, which isn't shit to be out building fence in.
No,
So
not at all.
It's not something I'm doing now, but that's one of the angles I'm going to start working. I was going to put something together this week or next week.
Nice. And
luck with those.
like you guys are driving posts, so you can still build when there's
Mhm.
snow on the ground, because
Even if there's
you're not
frost,
getting old, so.
Yep.
we can pound through the frost easier than we can dig a hole through the frost anyway.
Absolutely, bro. So I told you, and I told my wife, but I was on a commercial job site yesterday, and I was making sure we're doing a big chain link job, like right now, and so I was getting all the string lines set for them and making sure that they were set at height, so that way they could like get their post height and everything. And I think they were driving a terminal post or something. Like this contractor, he pulls up in a truck. I'm like, oh man, this is a nice truck. Like it's like the number 2 guy. Like I've already met the number 1 guy out there, and so he's like, hey man, I got something for you. I was like, do you really? He was like, yeah man, I do. And he goes back to his nice ass truck. He pulls out a Ready Driver, and he was like, hey man, here. It don't have no fancy handles like yours has, like these on extension handles, but he's like, it'll drive a damn post. And I was like, okay, hell yeah, you just want to let us use it while we're out here so we have a couple more. And he was like, no. He's like, you can have it, we don't use it. I was like, are you sure about that? He was like, oh yeah man, I'm positive. I was like, okay, all right, cool, yeah. I looked at my watch and I was like, about time to go back to the shop.
That's crazy.
So I went back to the shop. I didn't even look at it. I just put it in the back seat of my truck, and I was like, all right, cool. So I know for a fact, like I saw like the Australian like thing on the back. I was like, that's a ready driver. I like it. I know for a fact. So I get back to the shop and I pull it out and I was like, oh man, it's a damn T-pose driver. And I was like, man, I was like, but still, hey man, it's a driver. So I go online, I look it up, and I'm like, this man gave me an $1,800 tool.
Oh my god.
Yeah, dude. Even the T-post drivers ain't cheap, man.
That's crazy.
I was like, there's no freaking way, man. I was like, I put gasoline in it, I primed it, I like choked it, started it right up, and I was like, oh hell yeah.
Oh my
I
god.
swear.
Hell yeah.
I swear by Ready Driver, dude. We've had the same one for like 2.5 years. I haven't had anything major happen to it. Changes the rings and seals and stuff in it. But that thing, like you said, choke it, prime it, it pops right off every single time, even when it's cold out. Even after pounding thousands and thousands of posts. Yeah.
Nice. I mean, I have to say I'm partial to my Bull and Patriot, so I mean,
Yeah. It's just easy
but
to have compressor and stuff to run the just that.
To be fairly honest, I have literally never used Ready Driver. That's the only gas-powered one that I have not used. And I used it, and I was like, okay, all right, this thing will pound some damn T-posts. So I'm kind of curious on the actual full-size one. So my my curiosity is piqued, and I know they came out with the new bigger one that competes with the US Hammer. So there's that.
Hell yeah.
Ours has no problem sinking Postmasters 52 inches in the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And I've pounded
Nice.
3-inch, 4-inch commercial posts, 4 foot plus in the ground with it too.
Nice.
I mean, if I had the nice compressor and the shit to run a pneumatic setup, I would, or a hydraulic, but it's just easier. It's less investment right off the grip to get gas powered.
Right. No. So you said that you're about to put together a Facebook ad plan, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So do you know, I learned a lot about this on like YouTube. There's a whole like YouTube University part 1 through 10 about Facebook ads. And bro, like I'm skipping talking points right now going to this, but it's really cool. Like you can target down to certain streets and neighborhoods. Like you don't even have to even do the whole neighborhood. Like you can target down to certain streets. Now, like you got to do a whole bunch of work like on the back end and know what you're doing. But there's a YouTube University class about this. And one of the biggest things that I hate for us as fencers is when I'm scrolling on Facebook and I'm just like, scroll. And I'm like, oh, cool, fence ad. They must be local. And I click on it and it's like 15 hours away. I'm like, bro, do you know how much money you're wasting? I'm like, I'm seeing this. You are paying for me to see this. I'm like, I feel so bad for you because I've been there. I've absolutely been there and just been like, $100 a week. I'll just throw it at it. And then I'll get all of these, once for quotes in 5, 6, 7 states away. And I'm like, how the hell did that happen?
Mm-hmm.
Like, why do I have nobody from my town even?
People in Idaho hit you up for a fence.
Yeah. Idahoan. Oh man, I was trying to make it laugh.
I felt that. Oh no, I felt that. I know where that just came from.
I was trying to make it laugh right
Whatever. My shepherd's crab is delicious.
Oh no. Like I am sure it 100% is. I'm trying to make you laugh.
I used instant mashed potatoes. They don't Idahoan.
I wasn't trying to say all that.
That's okay.
Those ones are
I wasn't trying
good.
to say all that.
Everything else was made homemade, but I knew I had the podcast,
Oh yeah, no.
so I shortcutted.
I was just saying because we were laughing at the actual name of it.
That's because I went back to the trash can and I was like, these mashed potatoes are so good. Who made these? Idahoan.
Dude, Billy works in a sweatshop. He can't even get a microwave to put his lunch in, which I thought was the strangest thing ever with all the amigos he works with, that there wasn't like a communal lunchbox.
Bought him a lunchbox.
Yeah.
I saw that.
Plugs into the truck.
Plugs into the truck.
And heats his meals. Since I do cook homemade every night, he can now take homemade food every day.
Yeah,
that's fire.
And I no longer have to put it on top of like the truck and risk fucking
He would put it on
Like,
his
And-
windshield
food
wipers
poisoning.
and
Get
hope
them
by
to
noon it was hot.
Oh my
That's
god.
Yeah,
fun.
bro. Like, I would like keep it in the fridge at night, and then I'd put it in the cooler. But then, like, as soon as like it would start getting hot outside, I'd be like, all right, I hope I don't get sick today. And I would go like put it on the hood for it to fucking heat up.
Oh my
And I mean,
god.
like,
Kevin.
it gets damn hot here, so you know, I mean, like your food would always be hot, but I was always scared, like, am I gonna get food poisoning? Shit.
Yeah, that's something else, man.
Yeah.
But no, so the amigos, all right, we cannot split them up because they live together and they're brothers and they share lunch, right? They bring a fucking giant ass lunchbox, bro. This bitch is like this big by like this big. Dude,
Man.
I don't know how they keep shit hot in there. But bro, they go pull their lunchbox out of the truck and they got fucking steaming tacos and fucking potatoes and like I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh,
They
I bet
throw
they have a
some-
buffet table with the
They throw
little
some hot
propane
rocks in
heaters
there.
underneath.
They get the
Yeah.
chafers.
But man, I can't
They
tell
just
you
throw
how
a
many
bunch of
times
those little hand heaters that you shake up to get warm. They just throw. a bunch
Oh,
of
are
them.
those? Yeah.
hot hands, put some hot hands
Yeah.
down there and warm it right up. Warm it
Cry.
right up for you. That is hilarious. But yeah, no, so like they always have hot lunch, and there's been a lot of times where I'm like eating my food off of the
What
front
if it's
windshield of the truck, and I'm like sitting down eating my like white people food,
Yeah.
right? And I'm like looking off to my left. I'm like, God, man, that food looks awesome.
You
got
see
fire
the
roasted
steam
meat.
coming up off of theirs.
Let me
Oh
tell you
my
nothing about my food.
Fire roasted jalapenos and shit.
I swear to God, dude, they freaking bring me food because one time I was like, "You bring me luncha?" And I'm like, "Yeah, oh, luncha mañana." I was like, "Yes, sí."
Is that the tamales?
That was the tamales. They brought me lunch like 3 or 4 times now. Well,
Well,
I
he
have to ask.
He's failed to mention that to me or bring any back to me, but I did get some tamales.
Well, that's just because I bring my lunch and then I eat it for breakfast, and then they bring me their lunch and then I eat
It's
that
a
for lunch.
struggle, dude.
Yep.
But it's only been like 4 times.
Or
But hey, then I'm getting breakfast, right? Then I'm getting breakfast.
That's funny.
we need to talk.
He's a growing boy.
Oh man.
We're gonna talk after this about this.
Oh man. All right, so we were also talking about like other forms of revenue. So we did briefly mention staining. Like, have you guys been to the Stain and Steel University?
Yeah,
Mhm.
we went to one a couple years ago. We haven't been to one since. We always
Yeah.
try and
Really?
check
Yeah.
out their educational stuff if they're like any of the fence expos we're at.
Yeah.
But-
Yeah. That was our first like conference. I mean, like it was a conference. But like that was our first thing. And
It was.
that was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was. Or my biggest thing was I didn't want to get into it because I knew that it can be, it's a lot more finicky than slapping a fence up because there's a lot more variables
Absolutely.
to it, and stuff you have to know. So I didn't want to just jump into it. I wanted to make sure we had
Mhm.
at least something, and that was a good way to get that because we push and almost exclusively use Expert Stain and Seal. So
There's
Hey,
good
man, it's an
people.
awesome product.
Mhm.
Awesome product, good people. I can't say enough about it. I mean, like you can literally, if you had the money, take 5-gallon buckets and throw it on a fence and it would look perfect.
Mhm.
I love their stain. Our
Yeah.
UPS man, like even knew us and was. I mean, I'm not gonna say he was mad at us, but he wasn't thrilled when he saw our boxes because he knew
Yeah.
it was gallons of stain and seal. But it
Mhm.
made us be friends with him because he wanted to know, like, hey, what are you doing with all of this heavy stuff you're making me deliver to you? And we ended up becoming friends with him because
Yeah.
of the stain and seal deliveries.
I was
That's
actually on
We're
the
still friends
phone-
with him.
I was on the phone whenever I got home, like tonight, and I got out of the truck, and he was driving by, and he like stopped, honked, waved, and he realized on the phone, but like normally he'll stop and get out and like talk to me.
That's
But
funny.
like, And that's from what, 4 years ago?
Oh my God.
2021
3 years ago. So that's from 3 years ago. And like, so like
February.
we've been pretty cool ever since, man. Like I'll see him like drive it around in our like neighborhood-ish. Like I'll even be like
He knows
like
our
a couple
vehicles.
miles away and I'll see a honk and I'm like, who the hell's honking at me? Oh, that's it.
Yep.
Oh, that's Chris. That's the UPS man.
That's great.
Hell yeah.
But it all started from Stan Steele. He
It
wanted
really
to know
did.
why he had to carry all this heavy stuff to our porch all the time.
So you guys said that you do snow removal, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Snow mitigation. The verbiage is important.
Verbiage is
Sometimes
important.
You're
Yeah.
not wrong.
Sometimes if you say removal, then some people think you're actually going to remove
Take
the
it.
snow. And that is a
Really?
thing when we get a bunch of snow, we get shit pounded and there's, 15, 20-foot snow drifts and then there's more coming. You have to have somewhere to push the snow that's coming. So there is like where you come and throw snow piles
Dump
into dump
trailers.
trucks and haul them off. But some people assume, there's people have gotten caught up by not using the right verbiage. That's why I call it snow mitigation.
Okay. Okay. So
That's fair.
what does that look like for you guys? Like I'm talking about like setup wise, like equipment
So
wise. What do you have to have for that?
our first 2 years, we had my skid loader that we used. I ended up having to put a bunch of money into that and got rid of it just because we've downsized and we're doing no dig now. So 90% of the jobs are on. We don't need a skid loader to move material or dirt or concrete or heavy stuff around. So now we kind of focus on the residential side where we can just show up with snow blowers and shovels and bang out a driveway. And then, a group of 2 guys, depending if it's one crew or 2 crews running, you can have 2 guys do anywhere from 20 to 40 driveways. And they're long shifts, sometimes we're out 18, 20 hours at a time because we'll get overflow people that call kind of last minute too. But we kind of focus on the residential side. It's less stuff you have to have. It's less headaches. You don't have to be there. Like a lot of the commercial places, they want you pushing like every inch of snow that comes, they want you moving it and pushing it, so you constantly have to have someone there kind of maintaining and taking care of it. Whereas the residential, you can kind of just come in, bang it out, and move on to the next one.
Right. So then you're saying 20 to 40 driveways. That's a lot of work.
Yeah, anywhere from our minimum is last year was 45. It'll probably be about the same, maybe 50 this year. But anywhere from 45 to some of our bigger driveways, big kind of acreages or whatever. Some of them been like $150, $200 services, and then it's tiered too. So if it snows 2 to 4 inches, it's X amount. If it snows 4 to 6 inches, it's X amount. That way, obviously 2 inches of snow is a lot less work than 8 inches of snow. So
Right. And does that keep you guys pretty busy or
Last-
is that like
man, when we were
just
kids,
right after it snows?
when we were kids, I remember, Thanksgiving, it would snow, and then December it would snow a bunch, and then there'd be 2-3 foot of snow on the ground and big snow drifts everywhere from the plowing. And like, I remember when we were kids, a lot more snow than we've had the last like 4 or 5 years. Like the last 2 snow seasons, we've maybe went out a dozen times, but like, both years. Because if it only snows like a half inch or an inch, you're not going to go out and do it. No one wants your snow moved anyway, because it's just going to melt within 2 days. So,
Right.
But on the flip side, if it's not cold and it's not snowing, we can build fence if there's fence to build. So it's kind of like, it just depends on what.
Pennies from the sky, baby.
It's lucrative. Like you can make just as much money in a 20-hour snow shift with one crew as I do in 3 days of fencing. So it's lucrative when it happens, but you can't count on it to happen because it's Mother Nature, essentially.
Good.
Have you ever had that much snow? I know you lived in Maryland.
So the only time we ever had that much snow is the day that I got in a wreck, and that was absolutely not my fault. Swear to God, it was not my fault. Dude clipped me from the right side and spun me. I swear to God, it wasn't my fault.
We're gonna go with it. We're going with it.
But no, I mean, growing up in Florida and only going to Maryland every other year, like I did not deal with snow a lot until I moved there. And then the first year I moved there, it snowed pretty heavily, but not enough. It was still too hot. Like it snowed a lot, but it never like really like stuck.
Oh, okay.
But it was only like 2 to 3 inches. But like I said, like the following year when I got into Iraq, there were some pretty big snow piles. But that was my only ever like real dealing with it. Like I know you've dealt with it a lot.
I'm from Georgia and Louisiana, technically, but I did live in Virginia for almost 10 years. But no, we had like 2 snowstorms ever that I couldn't drive because obviously I don't know how.
A lot of it.
But that was it.
Yeah.
I guess because I was on the water, I was on the East Coast,
Mhm.
so we just didn't get it like that.
Yeah, no.
Man.
And it snowed once in '94 here in Florida, and it was like an inch.
I think that was 84.
No, it was definitely '94 because I was born.
Oh, true.
I remember I fell off a tree.
I wasn't born in
climbing
84.
it. Trust me, I know. All right. We had snow in Florida once, '94.
Hard to believe. I'm sorry.
We had one
Yeah.
white Christmas.
Once. That's crazy.
It was in August, my boy.
Wow, that's even
August?
crazier.
No, we're like September or something stupid.
It was in August, guys.
It was in
What?
September. Like, oh man, when was it? It was not August.
It was
it's the hottest
probably
month of the year.
April, randomly.
April.
Well,
I
it
don't
wasn't
know. I don't
August,
know.
sir.
All I know that was 1994. Got that one right.
The great snowstorm of '94.
But yeah, man. So like I guess like being slow is a real thing. Up like a really real thing, like up where like you're at, like especially when like
Absolutely.
the weather hits. Like I know like we're all facing like a national problem, and a lot of it is because of the election. People are scared to spend money, regardless of who you're for. It's just nobody's spending money right now, like around the country. Then we're also going into the slow season. We do hit the slow season here as well, but where we kind of bridge the gap is the commercial work. And with the commercial work, I mean, it doesn't matter, like who's getting elected or if we got Christmas presents to buy, the commercial work always keeps rolling. So, that's kind of where we bridge the gap. We're on a lot of commercial work right now. But it's not something to, fully jump into. And that was supposed to be the episode of tonight was like commercial work. We'll talk about that next week. Can't wait for that in the new studio. But that's kind of how we deal with it. Like down here is kind of lean on the commercial side heavy, bid a lot of those projects, mid-summer, end of summer, say we can get to them whenever we're slow. Kind of keep us afloat.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Gotta get into something like that.
Yeah. Our thing is like
Yeah.
people aren't going to look for someone to come do their fence if they assume that everyone stopped fencing till, spring, because that's kind of the general vibe or what they think anyway. So people winter, they kind of just hunker down. They're like, oh, no one's even out really fencing right now anyway, probably.
Mm.
So
I built
they kinda
fencing.
just wait.
Right.
We built fence in snow pants.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
So,
Well, but that also comes along with, like if you're planning on doing a Facebook ad, bro, talking to all the people that you think are going to buy a fence and all the people that you think won't buy a fence right now, just y'all got the no dig thing down.
Hmm.
So, there is great value in that, especially in the wintertime, because y'all can still build fence. You're not digging holes, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's nice.
But, that's kind of part of it. Sucks, but having a plan also works well. Putting a little bit of money aside every single job. Go ahead, babe.
Colby, don't you actually do like woodworking and stuff on the side?
No.
No.
Well, we've done some little planter boxes and stuff. And
In the winter,
tinkering.
that's another thing I do in the winter is we have a lot of like days in the shop where we just like reorganize everything, tinker and fix shit that's broken down or needs fixed. Or I take I'm a bit of a Sanford and Son with pilfering usable things at my shop.
I love that.
Huge pole barn and a big gravel lot and another heated space to store shit in. So now that I've got all the space in pallet racks, I hoard everything. So I've built like planter boxes, and that was something that I've kind of gotten into in the winter too.
We refurbished an old
Done
booth
that too.
from a Mexican restaurant, and now we have that reupholstered in our own house. So we do things busy.
Yeah.
And are you picking up back in the serving world, Bailey?
Yeah. During when we're like super slow in like the actual like winter months, then I'll go back more days a week at the hotel that I work at.
8 years, right?
Yeah, I've been with them for 8 years, and the last 4 years have been very part-time compared to when I first started there, but I kind of hang on to it throughout the summertime to like go back there during the winter time and supplement here and there. Guaranteed income is always income, you gotta
Absolutely. And
yes, ma'am.
And that's kind of what it takes sometimes.
Yeah. Well, and also like working in the service industry, like I'm really good talking to like our clients too, like it's a super good skill to have. I'm never getting rusty on it because I always have to talk to people. So
there we go.
I know how to kind of feel those instances where sometimes Colby gets a little frustrated with people who don't know what they're talking about, and then you got to kind of like do damage control. So I'm really good at that part.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And don't surprise them in an elevator. Don't do that.
Oh no. Yeah.
I tried to fake it really well. When you surprised us in the elevator, I tried to put on my customer service voice and be like, "Oh, hey," because I had no idea who you were. But I was like, I don't know if I've seen her in passing or met her before. I'm not sure.
And then tell it
real quick.
Tell her what?
Tell the story for the viewers.
Oh,
no, tell her.
I don't think she knows what happened.
No.
All right, so very quickly, my first big fence industry exposure was at the FWA, the fence show this year. I had already known who Colby and Bailey were from watching them on my husband's podcast. Well, to me, I watched you. We learned each other. Difference being, I wasn't on it. So you didn't know who I was from anyone. But I was so excited to be there. And I did know we were supposed to be meeting up with you guys at some point. So when I saw you in the elevator, did not realize you did not know me.
Yep.
Which is why I was like, hey, guys. And then silence.
I'm also the worst.
Hey.
I'm the worst with names. I have to be around you for like a solid 2 to 3 days.
You've never been around me.
I'm not calling you like buddy or guy. I'm like, what's up, buddy or dude?
Yeah.
Everyone's dude. I'm bad with names and faces.
To me, if you're friends with him, you're friends with me. I didn't know.
Yeah, she told me. I cracked up.
funny.
I was like, no, you didn't.
But as soon as I was like, I'm Billy Grove's wife, you guys were like, oh my God.
Exactly.
And
And
then
it was
felt
like
a lot
okay.
better.
Yeah. Then we were like,
y'all want to know what's also really cool? Is y'all were my first guest, first live guest. And we're not at that year mark yet, but the year for the podcast was last week.
Hell
And
yeah.
here we all are.
And here we are a year later. Like,
Well, I
how
was
cool
like,
is that?
Bailey's already my guest, so let's get Colby back. Let's do it
Yeah.
all 4 of us.
Yeah.
I love
it. And have you know, like, y'all were always her favorite. Like, anytime she would like compare people, she's like, well, they're not Bailey and Colby.
I like other people too. Don't do
She
that.
does.
I love
She does,
everyone.
but she was just comparing the show because
Yeah.
that's like, I swear to God, that was her favorite episode ever. Like,
Oh my
was
God,
the
I love
first
that.
one.
That's
And
fun.
like she was like, yeah, well, they're not Bailey and Colby though.
I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't say that. I like other people too.
She does. But man, it's been a great ride, and we are coming up on time. Bailey, again.
Oh goodness, that went fast.
Yeah, it did. Didn't it? Look at that. Look at that. We're already at 55 minutes and 33 seconds. So, fucking time flies when you're having fun, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bro, there better
It's
be
right
some
there.
anime
Just click
pictures
the
in
button.
that new studio. There better be some anime
What's
posters.
that?
There better be some anime posters in that new studio.
Absolutely not.
It's not gonna
This is Sun's room. Stop. He's
be. It's
14.
not gonna be, bro. There's not gonna be, man. I am so excited to get in there and
I plan on going to help set that up.
put some work into it. It's coming, y'all. Just be patient. Just know it's coming. But Bailey, go ahead and run us through like your announcements again on upcoming events that are coming.
Yes.
Upcoming events that are
Yep,
coming.
we got it.
Good Lord.
We double got it.
Yeah. So, hey, I remember that hashtag like 20 minutes ago. It like slowly came to me. So it's October Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Every Friday where you post a picture of yourself in a pink shirt and it's hashtag FWA Pink Strong. And I think they're doing a promotion with the magazine about that, if I'm correct. And then on October 30th, we're doing a virtual happy hour. The women of FWA are hosting a virtual happy hour costume contest. October 30th at 6:30 Central Time. I think it's going to be like a half hour, just a quick little introductions, get to know each other, have a few drinks, and then do some little, dumb fun games. And then next year we are hoping to do a women's only retreat. So stay tuned for details on that. We don't have anything super dialed in to announce quite yet, but we're super excited about that. Get more of these women all in one space and get to know each other better.
I love that.
Same. Colby, are you going to any of the Fence Week things?
I didn't plan on it simply because anytime I've got where something could pop up, I kind of got to stick around here and bang out whatever I can till the end of the year here.
No, heck yeah, man. I love it. Well, guys, if you can't see, you probably can't see because we got 2 people up right now, but my Fence Week in Pace, Florida is officially sold out for free tickets. If you do want to come, I'm sorry, you got to pay, but still be there, guys. It's a week full of training. November 4th through the 9th. The 4th through the 8th will be infield training. The 9th will be a Zoom call with Mr. Sean King himself, and we'll do business stuff. Guys, get there or be square. Like, if you don't got the money, spend it, man. I'm telling you, just spend it anyways. Come to the training. There's a lot of free training still left all around the country, guys. There's 22, 24 locations. Get there. Get your guys some training. Get some real training in the ground. And heck yeah, man.
Even if you can't make those like live training days, the virtual stuff is just as valuable too, if not more. The stuff, the business side stuff you can learn, and I've done virtual retreats and stuff where you don't necessarily have to be there to pick up a bunch of gold nuggets.
Yeah, absolutely. And even if you can't go, like you said, man, just get to that business class on the 9th with Sean, and I think Nico is going to be there as well. But just get there, right? I mean, all the training has got us here. You love the training classes.
I do.
They're awesome.
Even though I don't build,
awesome.
I like to know all the things.
But guys, I am gonna run Mr. Mike's commercial, and we're gonna come back and say our goodbyes. But for our goodbyes between Bailey and Colby, guys, y'all have a wonderful night. Thank you so much again to Colby for saving my ass.
You guys
like
are
I
great.
said, boy, I got that script wrote, and I was like, oh shit, I can't do this one. So thank you so much for saving my ass again, bro.
Yeah, man.
I liked it though, since you were on, and then I was gonna have her on, and then we all ended up being on. So I felt like it progressed rather nicely.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah, I did.
And I gotta say one thing.
Go ahead.
Shara Bouts Brock, that's my mom. I love you. She had messaged and I never said anything.
Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, she said better. She said better because she
She-
was monitoring the audio quality.
I know.
Yeah.
But she was letting us know it's the first time that
Yeah.
she's tuned in.
Yeah. Hey, Mom, love you. But guys, y'all have a wonderful night. We're gonna run Mr. Mike's commercial again because Mr. Mike, you are the only commercial right now. Just you and JC GURY, and I'm not done with JC GURY's commercial yet. So there's that. But y'all, guys, love
Thanks
you
for
guys.
having
I'll
us.
talk to you soon. All right.
Have a good night.
All right, so we're gonna run Mr. Mike's commercial again, and once again, that is www.nmifence.com.
National Metal Industries, a family-owned business for 70-plus years, has grown to be recognized for their ability to deliver on not just privacy slats for fence, but all types of fence products. National Metal Industries has all the hardware and tools to get the fence professional in and out of their job with the most ease possible. You can count on National Metal Industries for the most convenient resources in fence products. Visit nmifence.com for more information. As we like to say, you can always pick it right at National.
All right, guys, we are back, and this is the end of the show. And just real quick, of course, we just had the end of my commercial up, guys. Go check out National Metal Industries, www.nmifence.com. While you're there, ask Mr. Mike Levy to send you a mailer. They're pretty damn badass. Guys, also, we want to give a shout out to Mr. Fence Academy, www.mrfenceacademy.com. And next week, we will be in the Mr. Fence Academy studios, the new one. And for the last one, baby, go right ahead.
JC GURY, thank you. You're amazing.
And that is www.jcgury.com. Guys, we will see y'all next Tuesday, 7:30. Ladies, if you're watching and you want to be a part of my wife's segment, because it will be segments coming up soon.
Yes.
Featuring women in the fence industry. Get a hold of my wife. I love
Women
it.
in the industry,
Love
wives in the industry, daughters in the industry, all women in the industry. I love you.
We'll see y'all next Tuesday.